Welcome back. So today I am testing my third recipe that I'm preparing for commercial release. And this one is an Imperial Red, as you could see from the last video when I brewed it. So I actually already recorded a review for this, but the deal was I almost let it finish fermenting, and then I threw it in some growlers, took it up to Washington, which I don't recommend doing, just don't travel with unfermented beer. And then tasting it, I was like, the first growler was a little one, and I don't think it was completely fermented, like at all. And I was like, oh, why is this so sweet? And then the second one, it definitely tasted better, but I wanted to get a real idea of how it tasted. So I'm back in LA. I still have my full keg minus a gallon, and that's what this beer is from. And if you want to see my face, basically, when I reviewed the beer that I thought I was going to release commercially, like already submitted my recipe and everything, and I thought it was too sweet and kind of freaked out, stay tuned. I will put it at the end. Being a home brewer means you end up tasting a lot of beer because you have to, right? You can't give away beer that you haven't tasted. And that can result in a less than ideal next morning. Fortunately, there's a product called ZBiotics, and it's actually a genetically engineered probiotic and the first genetically engineered probiotic that breaks down the toxic byproduct that is an alcohol, which makes you feel less than ideal the next day. For you science nerds, I'm going to try to pronounce that byproduct, acetaldehyde. Please don't at me if I pronounce that wrong. I'm trying. I have the phonetics written out. So today I am beer tasting, obviously. And that means I'm going to drink one of these before I start so that when my pit bull wakes me up at 7 a.m. demanding a walk, this walk is mandatory, by the way. It's not voluntary. Like, I have to do it. Getting up at 7 a.m. and going straight on a walk, which is what I do every single morning, can be quite a drag if you're not feeling up to it. So ZBiotics is actually helping me enjoy those morning walks. So it's just one of these little bottles before you start drinking. Cheers. The flavor's kind of fun. It's like a minty lemongrass, which I love anything lemongrass. Now, I got the 6-pack because I am like the mom of my friend group. I always have everything you could possibly need in my backpack, and my backpack goes everywhere with me. So this has found a spot next to shout wipes and sunscreen in my backpack, and I will always have it with me. You can get your own pack at zbiotics.com/florabrewing and use code FloraBrewing at checkout for 15% off, or you can just click the QR below. Easy, right? All right, now that I am all set for my tasting, let's try this 8.5% beer that would definitely ruin me after one. It smells good. The thing that I found out in the last review that I did of this, that you will see in the end, is it definitely needs more hops, right? And as you can tell, it's really dark. So I actually, in my commercial recipe, I cut the Carafa III and I added some more hops. I believe I posted the amended recipe in the brew day video. At the very least, just cut out the Carafa III. Maybe throw in some more hops if you feel like it. But, you know, it smells like a red. It smells good. It's just not as hoppy as I like my reds. The head is super creamy, tan. Yeah. What I don't like about this is it has the roasted character from the Carafa III, which is what I'm completely removing. I think it masks a lot of the hops, and it's just like, it doesn't fit the style, you know? So the second growler I tried, which you'll see, it tasted like this. So this has been in the keg, and that one was in a growler big enough that it could kind of finish fermenting. The other one was like only, what is a growler, like a gallon? It was like a half gallon, I guess. So yeah, that's why it was super sweet. The actual beer isn't very sweet. It's pretty run-of-the-mill for a red. And it's pretty well balanced given that it's an 8.5% beer. It doesn't feel like an 8.5% beer at all. It kind of feels like a 6% amber more so with a stupid amount of roasted hops, or roasted malt that shouldn't be in there. It is a good beer though. One thing I might do is I might just dry hop this. I have about 8 gallons left, and I think it would do really well with some dry hop of like Columbus or something, which is what's in here already. And yeah, I think that would really kind of bring it to the level that I need it to be, because it's going to be commercial, right? Well, stick around for my screw ups and have fun. So I have been brewing to prepare my next round of commercial beers with Pilot Project, and basically I have to submit my recipes by the end of the year. I haven't tried 2 of them, so we're gonna hope that the recipes are good, because that wouldn't be great if I release something commercially that I don't like, right? Okay, so this one is a Imperial Red. I've made an Imperial Red before. I adjusted the recipe a little bit. This one has a little Carafa III in it to give it some color. It has a bunch of crystal malts in it and caramel and whatnot. I'm like seriously just hoping it's still carbonated. It's not really. It's a little carbonated. Man, that's a dark red. I might decrease the Carafa III. That's probably what I would change first off. Okay, it's very slightly carbonated, even though it's been in this little awesome growler thing. Apparently it doesn't hold as much, but I don't know how carbonated it was anyway, because I literally kegged it, force carbed it, and then canned it like within 2 days. So it was a wild ride getting ready to come up here. All right, so the head is a tan cream color. It should be lasting more in the end. You know, I added extra Carafa III to this because my brewfather estimated that it was going to be like barely amber. So just know that I don't know if Carafa III is properly inputted in brewfather if you're making a dark beer and don't want it to be super, super dark. I mean, I could probably cut the Carafa altogether. All right. It almost smells barrel aged, which is kind of weird. Oh shit, I wonder if it has an infection. Maybe. We'll see. We'll be able to taste it if it does. I'm not getting the hoppiness that I would like. I'm gonna definitely have to adjust this recipe. It almost tastes like a stout. This needs like twice as many hops as I put in it. It is very sweet. It is not a red. It almost tastes like a strong ale. That is what I would call it. Hopefully my flagship IPA turned out better. Okay, so what I would do to fix this is try the other growler I've got in the fridge, and I'll go grab it and show you guys. I'm going to increase my hops. I believe there's Simcoe, Chinook, some other stuff in there. I'm going to remove remove the Carafa III altogether, I think, and decrease the crystal malts because they're just too much in this, and pray for a better result next time. All right, let's try the other growler. Okay, this one seems a little bit more carbonated, maybe, we'll see. No. It smells better. This one tastes more like a red. I don't know what's going on with this one. I wonder if it was just like, I don't know. So yeah, but I would still do what I said. This one, it definitely has more bitterness, less sweetness. This one also tasted super roasty, which I'm not really getting in this. I I'm seriously gonna have to look at my recipe and adjust whatever the smokiness is coming from, which is probably the Carafa. I think removing the Carafa would actually help a lot, just generally, because though Carafa 3 has like the husks removed, so you don't get the astringency, you can still get some of the roast character from those malts. So I think I'm gonna take it out altogether, increase my hops, and we're gonna see. I mean, reds can function on a variety of SRM scale, and that is just the color scale that we use in brewing. So I think my quest to make it like a bright red is really hindering the flavor of this beer, unfortunately. But I have way more hope with this one than I do with this one, even though they're the same beer. That little growler screwing me over. Yeah, I think this, if it just had more like aroma hops going on, it would be a lot better. But it's not super, super sweet like that one was. Guys, I just want to say that like I've been making really, really good beers lately, and the moment I try to make something that I want to do commercially, this happens. I do have one in my back pocket though that I know is good that I might have to submit instead. The body's good, tastes like a red, it like feels like a red. I just got to get rid of the roast character. Got to get rid of the roast character, get some more aroma hoppiness going on, and it'll be good. I promise. I would not steer you wrong, but I had to test this so I knew where to go from there. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed my failure. It's not a failure, it's a learning experience, right? I'm coming back because I think I figured out why one was sweeter than the other. So when I put those in the growlers, they were not fully fermented, I don't think. So it makes sense that the bigger one would have more yeast to finish the fermentation than the other one. So I'm really curious to try the beer that I still have in the keg back in LA, and I even still have some in the fermenter. So I'm going back in like a week, so I will check in and I'll let you guys know in the end of this video how it turned out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.